Hello, everybody. Good evening. How is everybody doing? I lost Kit. I don't know where she went to. I try to call her. I can't get. Maybe she'll get the notification that I'm live. Um, but yeah, got a really good episode for you tonight. It's gonna be a pretty long one. So let me know after if you guys want to do the double feature. If not, we'll just do this one. But we'll see. All right. So without further ado.
I don't know how many people have died here, but tens of thousands of people at least.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You alright, man?
Well, I'm feeling it. You know, it's tense up here. I'm feeling tense. It's just, I can feel it.
There's just so much heartache up here, man. Like I'm literally crying right now.
This is one of the most haunted locations I have ever been to.
Whenever that happened, you came up to me. I'm gonna head on out of here. Oh god!
Dude, something just moved my glasses on my head.
Dave just got scratched. Be okay, man?
Oh my god. You heard that, didn't you?
You're good at pushing people around, oppressing people. Push me. Push me down these steps.
It is inevitable for every single one of us. For some, it will come suddenly, and for others, we will wait slowly over time. But almost all of us will meet that end in a building just like this. So many people, St. Joseph's Hospital in Lorain, Ohio was the end of mine. And now, this sprawling 100,000 square foot hospital sits abandoned along Erie.
Greg, how long was this in operation? Do you know?
The original building was constructed in 1916. The more modern building was built in 1950, and then it officially closed.
No matter what hospital you go to, generally there's a lot of death in hospitals specifically because it's where people go to die and others. There's different parts of the hospital that have a little bit more death than the others. Things that people think of come to mind: the ICU, the CCU. but what part that you know of, what part has the most death?
The fourth floor, geriatrics unit, more deaths occurred there than any other area inside the hospital.
Throughout the years that St. Joseph's been open, have you heard how many people have actually died here?
I mean, I really can't say for sure how many people have died here, but considering that the original structure was built over 100 years ago, and they, of course, built on, talking, tens of thousands of people at least.
Thousands. If Mike is accurate, that means that St. Joseph's Hospital is not only the most massive building we've investigated, but that it's also seen more death than any other location we've researched.
Now, you notice any particular correlation between the in each location, or the areas that had more death and the activity?
There is no correlation, because for me, the most active area in the hospital is the cafeteria and kitchen.
Oh, wow.
And you think about it, nobody's dying there. Even when the hospital was open, I've talked with former employees who would see apparitions back in the kitchen. And right now, we've had a lot of stuff going on there. I've been physically shoved out of a room where I entered this room and it felt like a hand was on my face. It shoved me out, my glasses went flying. And that was right after I was in the area, because we had so much stuff being thrown around in the kitchen. I mean, I thought somebody else was in there with us. It was like small stones or whatever they could get their hands on were being thrown around. And it was like every 5 minutes something was being thrown. So I'm searching the whole area to see if I can find anybody, and there was nobody to be found.
So which area would be your favorite?
Really the psych ward, labor delivery on number 3 over there in the patient ward is interesting to me, especially the psych ward. The CCU area over in conjunction with the ICU, that's also another hot spot for me. And really, I mean, one of my favorite interactions here was just walking down one of the halls, and I was on the way to the ER and just heard footsteps behind me, turn around and look, and just got blasted with a wave of energy, like something went right through me.
After learning just how many people died inside the old St. Joseph's Hospital, it's no surprise to hear how intense the paranormal activity and energy can be. There could be other factors stirring up these entities. There are parts of this hospital where demolition has already begun.
Do you feel that some of the demolition that's been going on in some parts of the hospital back when they were wanting to actually, start tearing it down, do you feel that that's actually helped or hurt the paranormal activity here?
Well, I think as far as paranormal activity, I think rile up some spirits. They may be upset that a building that they were attached to is now destroyed. From a historical perspective, of course, I'm saddened by something like that. I completely understand that, at some point in time when a building is neglected, it may come time to tear it down. But like I said, we do a lot to try to help historic locations, so I'm always saddened when something like that has to happen. But certainly, like the suggestion of spirits coming over into the newer hospital, they may be upset that they've had to do that.
About the hospital, generally what type of activity occurs? What is the most common type of activity that's reported?
Well, you know what, I'll just tell you. It's not one. It's not one type of activity. It's a combination of everything. Everything, slamming doors, footsteps, lights, mysterious lights seen, apparitions, full-bodied apparitions being seen, shadows, being touched. I've been, besides my head getting put in the room, I've been slapped a couple times. I was walking and it felt like a little boy was holding my hand, grabbed my hand. So there's a lot of physical contact in the hospital too.
In your personal opinion, through everything that you've experienced, everything that's happened, would you consider St. Joseph's Hospital to be haunted?
Oh, definitely. I've been on a lot of investigations. I've been investigating since 1991 and all over the United States. I've been in Scotland investigating the Edinburgh vaults, old castles, and this is one of the most haunted locations I have ever been to.
hospital is massive. Every single area of this building is saturated in death. It's hard to know where to begin. With the sun setting and the full moon on the rise, it's time for us to tackle this investigation. We'll start, just as we always do, with our abandonment technique. With so much space to cover, we have to use our knowledge of the claimed activity and a little gut instinct to decide where we place the cameras and equipment throughout the huddle. Our focus areas will all have a night vision camera and a digital recorder. Those areas are the first floor family practice hallway, the kitchen cafeteria, the ICU, and the fourth floor geriatric unit. We will also have digital audio recorders set up on the second and third floors. Our router diode will also be set up on the second floor, but on the opposite end. This device only records in certain frequencies and cuts out all background noise and ambient sounds. Any voices and sounds captured can be assumed unexplained. After leaving this sprawling hospital empty for almost 2 hours, we find a great deal of unexplained activity was captured on the cameras and recorders. Starting on the first floor, not long after we left, the camera picked up an unexplained light anomaly. It manifests in the doorway and moves upward and toward the camera. It's hard to tell if these anomalies are actually spirit energy without anything to corroborate. Shortly after, the audio on the camera picks up what sounds to be unexplained ping on one of the doors right beside or behind the camera. Then the similar sound further down the hall, followed immediately by the sound of something heavy being dragged across the floor. A while later, the audible sound of footsteps could be heard running down the hallway within earshot of the camera. The last piece of unexplained phenomena on this first floor is probably the most chilling. Echoing down the halls, you can hear the faint disembodied voice of a little girl. One of the tens of thousands of lost souls who roam this old hospital? Next, let's move to the ICU. This area of the hospital was surprisingly quiet for most of the 2 hours of abandonment, but the digital recorder picked up the eerie disembodied voice of a the voice. The digital recorder also captured 2 separate instances of knocking sound movement. According to Greg, the floor geriatric ward saw more death than any other area in the hospital.
The floor geriatrics unit occurred there than any other area inside the hospital.
The microphone on this camera did unexplained occurrences, one of which had us puzzled. It sounds as if something very forcibly taps directly on the microphone. There were also moments where distinct movement was audible to the camera. The final camera angle is from the cafeteria and kitchen, which was reported to be one of the most active parts of the hospital. Sadly, the camera didn't pick up any unexplained at all in almost 2 hours worth of footage. But we still still have the individual audio recorders from the second and third floors to review. On the second floor, the audio recorder had something tap on its plastic shell. It seems like the entities of St. Joseph's Hospital are very curious of the equipment we use. The next segment of audio is probably the creepiest we presented from this abandonment session. In a quiet and empty hospital, it sounds like two people speaking to each other. This seems to be more electronic and can be classified as an electric voice phenomenon, or EVP. It's exciting to hear the spirits of this hospital speaking so early on in the investigation. The third floor was ripe with poltergeist activity. The door very close to this digital audio recorder opens and shuts again all on its own. It's one thing for a spirit to have energy to speak or to knock, but when objects are physically moving, it can be exhilarating. Though nothing could prepare us for when we went to collect the route of diode to abandonment.
We were picking up abandonment stuff, and we walk here, and the route is literally thrown off of where Jason had set up.
It was sitting there.
Yes, it was sitting, it was like this actually, guys. The recorder moved because I had the recorder right here. The router was like right here. It wasn't on this.
It moved it over and I pulled it over here.
It had to because,
Yeah.
did you hear that?
Whoa, you hear that water?
That might be water. Is that current wet right
Okay. It could.
The route of, man, that is.
So it was.
Yeah.
You had it sitting just like this.
Basically, when I set it up, I said it. I wanted this to be. I always try to keep this as far away from the recorder as possible. Cut down on interference. I had it like that, and then we walk in.
It was on ground.
Yeah.
And you saw where it was. I mean, you in the video, it's laying down here.
Yep.
And we just walked up here. We were on the other side, on other stuff for abandonment. We hadn't even been over here. Yeah, all the way on the other side of that building. And somehow, in the time we were gone, this routive had to have been picked up. And even then, if I drop it, it does that. Look, it won't even slide.
Which
Wow.
It won't even do it.
No.
It literally would have had to have been pulled. If you watch, it literally would have had to have been picked up and pulled downward.
Right there. And that's where it caught because the recorder would have caught against this.
And we're going to pick it up. That is really crazy.
We have no way of explaining how this diode slid across the cardboard surface and fell from this box, other than classifying it as a paranormal occurrence. When we played back the audio recorded by the diode, you can hear it sliding, and you can hear the exact moment it falls.
Alright, so we're going to start the investigation of St. Joseph's Hospital, and we're getting ready to head over to the main building. Jason, Dave, and Steve are going to be going to the first floor, to the surgical suite in the ER, and then myself, Polly Gear, and Renee Lambert, we're going to be going upstairs to the geriatric unit, where we're getting a lot of strange feelings, so hopefully the St. Joseph's Hospital is going to speak to us tonight. Ready, guys? Yeah, let's get it. All right. Good luck, fellas.
Hey, you too, man.
We're gonna head upstairs.
Good night. All right. Good luck.
Thank you. You too.
One of the most intimidating things about investigating St. Joseph's Hospital is navigating this building.
I mean, it's 100,000 square feet. What are we gonna do if we get lost?
We are. It is pretty creepy up here. I'm gonna go ahead and roll on audio recorder. Oh. If you're a nurse, can you grab a hold of that and make it hit the second light? Was that other camera rolling as it had already started going off? Or? Yeah. Okay. Make it hit 2. Come on. You can do it. We just found the ER, and we set up the REM pod. And already it looks like something's trying to touch the end now. Use all the energy you can, and all the energy around you. Whoa. Was that behind the counter?
It's like somebody hit their fist on the nurse's station. And what was even more weird is it was almost perfectly synced up with the REM pod.
Whoa. Was that behind the counter?
So where do you want? You want to break here, you think? I want to do it in a specific room.
Well, let's walk by each room. Just get a feel.
Okay.
Then maybe we can decide.
When you walk up and down the hallways of this hospital, it feels like you have eyes staring at you from a direction. So the only question is, where do we begin?
Is that curtain moving? Look at it. The middle of it's moving on the bottom. A little swing. And we haven't been by there. There's no way to...
And there's no open windows up here either. Could you move curtain for us, please? Could you give it a touch? Just smack it. If you smack that curtain, we'll come and talk to you. If you smack that curtain, we'll come and talk to you. If you smack that curtain, we'll come in. If you smack that curtain, we'll come in and talk to you. You can tell us all about your family. Maybe you have some grandchildren you'd like to tell us about.
Hear a voice. Down there.
Down voice down here.
Coke.
From every direction, it sounded like we could hear voices, and that makes sense because there were so many people died up here on this floor. Maybe they were trying to reach out to us.
Okay, grab a hold of it. Oh my God. I just saw a light anomaly right past it. Yes. It looked like a light anomaly flew past the REM pod. As it went past the antenna, the device itself arming. It's okay, grab a hold of it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's okay, grab a hold of it. Oh my God. Oh my God. This could possibly prove that these light anomalies do hold spirit energy. I really can't think of a better explanation. Just relocating the camera.
That's enough. Can you please stop?
Can you back away from the device, please?
Are you behind Renee? Alright. Ending. Okay, 2 minutes here. Ah.
Oh no.
Well, and as I'm trying to review one of our burst EVP sessions, the batteries in the recorder, sometimes this can mean a spirit is drawing energy to make something happen. Can you tell us why you're in the hospital? Did you hear that in the hallway?
Yeah.
Sounded like, almost like, I don't want to, it was like just move ratchet.
Shooting.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, like a foot.
almost like someone running their foot off the carpet out in the hallway there. Wow. When I looked down this hallway, I got the worst feeling right there. Just sit here and look towards the doorway for me. Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hallway right here was pretty creepy.
Yes.
This one?
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
The hardest part of our way around this building, getting to a specific place of 30 minutes. We have to go where the activity takes. Hey, you want to stay here for a minute?
A lot of people come through here thinking they don't have anyone to turn to. No one understands, you know what I mean?
Come on, we can hear you down there. Talk to us.
Behind camera, wasn't it?
Come on, come closer to us here. Or make a sound. Let us know where you are. We'll come to you. Or make a sound. Let us know where you are. We'll come to you. Or make a sound. Let us know. We'll come to you. That's it. Come on.
What's most surprising is almost everywhere we go, it still sounds like people walking around in this hospital. It makes you wonder if this activity around us is from some of the many people who passed away here.
You heard something over here?
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Is there somebody in here? There, we're supposed to get.
That's the same one.
Yep. Well, thank you. Could you, Ooh, I got chills. Ooh. Yep, right up my back. Could you make a noise that was a little bit louder for us? A lot of you can sense when spirits are around you. Here at St. Joseph's Hospital can be overwhelming. It'll send chill right up your spine. What are you looking at? Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a bag. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was right over here in this room over here. That was right in that room. That was pretty loud too.
Yeah, it was.
And that?
What is it on the left down there?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What is it on the left?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What is it on the left down there?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Something like that.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you kick this wooden desk here? I have no idea how you didn't hear it at the time, but after I asked if something kicked the desk, a disembodied voice answered me. Did you kick this wooden desk here? Where'd you go now?
I was recording that. You were?
Yeah. Good. That was creepy.
Where Jason?
It was right in here. We were getting ready to head over to the kitchen when I heard what sounded like a man laughing. Luckily, Jason still had his recorder running, and we were able to capture it.
Do what? Do what? Do what?
We can go here. Creepy.
It's almost, if you think about it, I mean, we're covering, for the size of the place, we're covering a pretty ton of it. I go, right?
Yeah, and
we're
it's
actually,
great stuff.
yeah, I mean, well, yeah.
Not a bad feeling, but like eyes.
Yeah.
If it makes sense. Just like an overwhelming amount of like.
A lot of different rooms are all opened up so they can see. I mean, there's no walls for them to. You know what I mean?
It's just very sweet.
Yeah.
I haven't really felt anything like the energy that right now.
Well, it's my obvious, not alone.
Nah.
I mean, for sure, I can tell you that right now.
Sure.
Especially when we came to the threshold.
Yeah. Right now we're in the kitchen area, right?
We're in that area. But not
Cafeteria.
Okay.
So you guys wanna head up to the ICU?
Renee's back behind the nurse's station. She's trying to look for your prescription pad. Are you gonna let her do that? Whoa, was that you?
No.
Did you hear that?
I heard it right here.
Yeah.
I was over there. I heard it right here.
Some cat banged on this desk. That was loud. Whoa, was that you? Alright, were you mad that she was back there trying to get your prescription pad? Well, what if I go back there and I really look for it? Where is it? Is it in this office back here? What if I go in here? What if I look? Was that you guys?
No.
No?
Did you hear it?
What?
No.
I thought I heard a tap.
Didn't hear
It
anything.
might have been back that way then. Hear it.
Is it in this cabinet over here? Can you stand right beside where you were before? Ooh. Show me where you found that desk.
What's up, Jason?
As soon as we came up landing here, we walked out to you. It just felt like a cold breeze came from that hallway and hit me right in the face. I mean, it almost felt like I was standing outside and the wind blew.
Wow.
Real cold air.
Definitely a vibe up here. I got 4 minutes left on this. Let's go down here. Watch your running. Over here. Yeah. Okay.
That was me, I'm sorry.
You alright, man?
Yeah, well, I'm just feeling it, you know, it's tense up here. I'm feeling tense. It just, I can feel it. This is the ICU.
Yeah. There's just heartache in here, man. Okay. Oh. God dang. But it's just, I almost thought I saw like half of a shadow back in here, so I'm gonna look this way and I felt something just come out to my, like right beside my head. Oh, it's still here. Hello? don't know what are you doing.
Who's up here with us?
Dave, Jason, I see you. St. Joseph.
I'm really, really sorry that this was the last place that you had to be before you passed away. I'm very sorry about that. I saw something right here beside me.
What's the shadow?
Yeah.
Moving?
Yes. But at least you were in good hands up here. You were being well taken care of.
It's me, Brittany. I'm sorry. I'm really like freaking crying right now, man.
Okay, man.
Yeah. It's just so much heartache up here, man. Like I'm literally crying right now.
There's a lot of energy up here.
Yeah, I would have set this down. There in the ICU where thousands of people had taken their last breath. And just knowing all the sadness, it definitely spoke to me. And it was kind of...
Don't be afraid to let us know where you are.
Whoever that was, I felt that. Felt you come close to me.
You're really impacting Steve here. That's good. You're letting us know you're here.
My God.
Batter's getting ready to die. We're hoping to get down where the delivery room is, the surgical suite, which you can see right here behind me. This is where they would wash up and prepare for surgery and delivery. And then in here, which is very warm in here, you got these.
It's hard to tell how many babies were born up here in this room, but maybe this familiar sound will trigger some activity.
Here, who wants to come see it? Please come closer to us. You can come into this room. Can you tell us your name? You got that right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Feels pretty dead to me in here.
It does. Stop this. We're gonna lose that camera in a second.
Normally I can get a face or I can get at least a gender, you know what I mean? And I don't know what that was that hit me. I turned around and it just went right in the side of my head, and I just, as soon as it hit, it just pierced, like literally started falling.
It was thick over there. There was definitely, yeah, a few minutes. I mean, it was.
I have not cried in years.
That
Years.
It's pretty up here.
Our camera battery died and we can't continue investigating and get a new one. But Polly, Renee, and I are locked out of base camp and the guys have the keys. So I'm gonna have to radio to find out where they are.
Yeah.
Think of what would happen.
Yeah, man.
I see right where that happened. Where you came up to me. I'm gonna head on out.
Oh, God. God.
Okay. What did he say?
I don't know.
Something about activity.
Repeat.
We're all done and waiting down here in the lawn to see if you guys are getting any activity.
Well, we've had a couple things happen. Right now, though, we've been up in the ICU, and when you get us,
It was an intense moment.
literally jumped about 4 feet, so we're kind of hyperventilating now, trying to. But we'll be down short.
We're on our way.
Game on duty, sir. We just have no other choice but to sit there and wait for you because our battery died.
Oh,
so
sorry to put you out. Sorry to put you out, Ryan. We're on our way.
Oh, I'm sorry, and we're sorry.
I'm not. Thank you, sir. We left, can't we?
Yeah.
A lot of equipment needs to recharge before we can move on to the group. So to give these batteries some time, I'm gonna go to the critical care unit. Alone.
So, this is pretty creepy. They said they had some good activity in the ICU. Right around the corner is the CCU. And, well, it's an area that I felt like I was kind of drawn to. So, we'll see what happens when I'm by myself.
As Ryan is alone up in the CCU, I'm on the first floor, making my way to circle. Well, I'll tell you what. I feel a lot better. I was out of the way. Right here. First of all, my name's Steve. I am from West Virginia. Yes. I understand this surgery area. What I think I'm just going to do right now is stand here and try not to say too much and let you do your thing. If you want to communicate with me, that's fine. But I'll be here for a short while.
The camera. Say right about here. We're gonna get a shot of the nurse station here. With the REM pod. Right there. I'm pretty sure it's in view. It is. REM pod right there. I'm going to start by going dark. EVP session. See Ryan Sola putting the recorder right by him.
Definitely is some confusion and some heartache here. My friends and I just want to assure you we're good people. We have good hearts, passion for the people who worked here and the people who were tended to here. I'm not from the area. I said that earlier. I'm not from the area. I don't know any of you. But I personally want you to know that if you did suffer here, and heaven, if this was your last area here, you know, here on Earth. As we know it, I want you to know. Deepest sympathy and deepest respect.
If there's any patients that need help up here, could you slam a door? Or move something? Or scream out? All you have to do is let me know where you are, and I will come and find you. I am the only person on this side of the hospital. Everyone on the other side. I'm the only person here that can help you. Please, talk to me. I want to help you. Ooh, just chill.
Standing in almost complete darkness, alone in this hall is chilling in itself. It leaves you open to experience the energies that were left behind by the deaths of thousands of.
Sure. Footstep over there. Is that you? You can use my energy to touch me. You can do whatever you want. Just please come over here and talk to me. I want to show people that you're up here and that you need help, that you want to talk, whatever the case may be.
It just feels like a constant flow of energy. Nurses and doctors going back and forth, room, station to room. Right? I feel, I don't know if we recorded it, but I definitely feel that there was a younger nurse here. Just younger nurse, but she's worn down by the trauma, by the sadness here. I want you to know, I'm not sure what your name is. Maybe you left it here. May I hope. You're a very noble person. All of nurses and doctors, very noble people.
Can somebody come down the hallway for me? Down here. I need you to come this way, towards me. Walk past the nurse's station. You can do that. Maybe I'll play some cards cards with you. For some playing cards up here. I'm gonna go ahead and nothing's happened there. Go ahead and see if we can use the PSB11.
The PSB11 spirit box sweeps through frequencies, and it's believed the spirits can use this white noise background to speak.
Could you please come talk to me? I'll even let it sit there, and you can walk up to it.
If you have anything to say, speak in this device right here in my hand with an orange light on it. There's a good chance that it'll record your voice. Can you give us maybe your name first and or last? Or maybe why you're here?
What the was that? I just saw a anomaly go right into this room with my eyes. Holy shit. Was that you going into that room? I was trying to see where the REM pod is on the frame, and it just went right across the frame, man. I mean, right across. That was insane. Can you screw that box, please? My name's Ryan. What is your name? You can come out into the hallway. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm gonna stand here beside the box. Do you know what year it is?
As I'm standing beside the spirit ball, a light anomaly flies across the hallway and disappears directly into my midsection. And as soon as it passes through me, I look down. Then over the next few minutes, my whole demeanor changes drastically.
Hello? Anybody? You know, I actually am a little lost and need your help. Nothing. But mentally, emotionally. Starting to wonder what the purpose of life is. Starting to think that everything that I thought was worthwhile is just a waste of my time, to be frank. That's not something I'm just saying to get you to come out with me. That's serious talk.
All right. I'm gonna head on my way. I want to again thank anyone and everyone who maybe shared their story, their name with me, or they're still in their own way working their jobs. Those of you who are here for for the reason of being injured or whatnot, peace be with you all. Peace be with all of you. Patients versus doctors. Anyone and everyone.
Is there anything to life except for disappointment? That comes from me to you, asking someone who has lived life entirely all the way through. Anything to this life but disappointment. Your silence says more than you know.
At this point, I can't continue this invasion. I don't know if something's affecting me, but it's pulling out a lot of resentment that I think I've internalized. I think I just need to pack up and let them finish this investigation without...
They don't want to talk. If they're even here. If they even exist. So, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and end this solo move from here. I don't know.
Yeah. That's for certain, Dave.
Dave decided to stay with Ryan at base camp to make sure he is okay. Steve, Polly, Renee, and I are going to try and hit the ICU one time.
Before we left the ICU, we wanted to give these spirits one more chance to communicate. Mission, Jason, Polly, Renee, myself, in the ICU, and we're going to be making their way out of here. And I'm sure if or when we'll ever be able to come back in here and visit you guys. I especially kind of want to address whomever it was that impacted with that raw emotion. And this might be one last time I get a chance to do this, but if you would, please leave me at least a first name, or maybe your last name, or anything else you'd like to say right here, close to this device. Now's the time. Thirty seconds. Ten seconds. We're gonna have to head on up. So what do you guys?
I heard this male voice in my headphones as it was captured. And it is definitely a male voice.
We appreciate your time. And again, if we don't get a chance to come back, we hope that you are or will be finding whether you work here or if your time on Earth ended here. So nothing but love and respect for you all. So you all care.
The spirits of St. Joseph's Hospital definitely left everything on the table. They spoke to us. They affected us.
It's me breathing hard, sorry. Pretty Brian right now, man.
Is there anything to like for disappointment?
They shocked us.
That was me. I'm sorry.
You alright, man?
Yeah, well, I'm feeling it, it's tense here. I'm feeling tense. It's just, I can feel it.
Okay. We were picking up abandonment stuff, and we walked up here, and the routing is literally thrown off of where Jason had it set up.
The thousands of people who lost their lives in this now abandoned building seem to reach out to the living, begging for their story to be heard.
Literally, and then you turned around and said something. Dave panned the SLS your way, and there was something standing right there beside you.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, there's fella. Cal, look. Right on the window.
Is that the window that he jumped from?
Yes.
Yeah, this is pediatric. That's
He jumped. Is there anything you want to before we leave? We're gonna end this session here.
Tonight, Paranormal Quest has brought us here to Williston, West Virginia, to the old hospital on College Hill. This hospital served the community for nearly 100 years, and there is no question that many people lost their lives within the building, and the many lives that began have left their mark within its many halls. Visitors to this hospital nowadays and the staff of the building have reported many times coming into contact with those spirits who still linger. Tonight, we are going to be one of the first groups granted exclusive access to spend the night within this old haunted historic hospital. We are in the old hospital on College Hill.
Yes, you are.
What can you tell me about this amazing building?
Well, she opened her doors on March the 2nd of 1928. So she just turned 93 years old. We're actually here on the 4th floor. The room behind you served as the pharmacy room. A lot of people said that was kind of haunted and a lot of spookiness going on. They didn't want to stay here after hours. Even like janitorial staff refused to work this floor. And then on the other end was surgery. So you could see where they would come and watch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And kind of the other stories that we thought was kind of odd is in the 20s and 30s, they did things different than we do now. They would also, their loved ones come in here and watch while the surgery was being performed. So it wasn't uncommon to see, nurses and loved ones in the same room watching some person getting operated on.
I can deem a lot of things, but I can't determine when a place is haunted or not. I've had my own experiences because of helping Sabrina, my wife. There's been a couple of occasions that I've been here that, let's just say I've heard noises that are beyond what a building as old as this isn't drilling noises that you would kind of attribute to an old building. It is concerning. Well, actually I was outside on the corner here working on a window that had some problems, and the sounds were above me, so it would be to the 2nd floor northeast corner of this building, and it was very clearly voices, but I was told myself and looked around. There was no one near me at the time.
Back in the 20s, she was stayed at the hospital. I mean, she was, because I think there's an article on the first floor in the cabinet. I think she cost around $175,000 to be.
Wow.
And back then in the 20s, that was a lot of money. So she was stayed at the hospital, and she had 72 beds. So it was pretty amazing to have that. And she served as, we're on the border of Kentucky, not too far from Virginia. So she served a lot of different places other than West Virginia. So there was a lot. And as you can imagine, a hospital built in the 20s, she went through the Great Depression. And then if you realize what part of Virginia you're in, the rural, you got the Hatfield McCoy feud, you got the May 1 massacre, a lot of feuds, a lot of murders. We're located in Mingo County, West Virginia. So if you actually Google Mingo County, our nickname is called Bloody Mingo because there were so many deaths and so many murders. So it played a role in all of that. One of the that kind of stuck out with this floor that some of the other people have picked up on, this is the 3rd floor, was the story of a guy by the name of Mose Blackburn. And killed a city police officer back in 1962. When the other officers responded, there was an altercation that occurred, and Mose was brought to this hospital, and we believe he was in there to the hallway. He was the first one on the left. The story goes that he asked the deputy to give him a drink of water. The deputy left, then Mose takes off running and jumps out that window to try to escape. Other stories say that he was thrown out the window. Then there's also stories that that an evil spirit was chasing him and made him jump. The odd thing about Moses is that when he jumped, they brought him back to the hospital. He was expected to make a full recovery. He died 1 month later, and when I got his birth certificate, it said he died from emphysema, a fractured rib, and a broken leg. So it just didn't make any sense. So that's what floor is mostly noted for, and that's the one that he jumped out, but it was just kind of odd.
A friend of ours was helping me take care of a window because the building has been a subject to so much vandalism, some people breaking in. And it was one of those days when we were trying to take care of an entry of a window to stop it from being so. And it was in the middle of the day. But if you've been in the basement of this building, it's very dark down there. And my friend Wes and I were taking out window when heard a noise. I guess I would attribute it like a door closing abruptly. There was no wind or anything that would have forced it. He and I both had the same fit the heck out of here. That was the result.
If you watch Destination Fear on the Travel Channel, this is where Dakota slept and had his experience. I think it was around 2 or 3 in the morning. He heard a glass shatter, glass break, and he came to check it out. Of course, it probably freaked him out a little bit. It was in this room here, and the glass for a little while, but then we had to clean it because we didn't want anybody to step on it. But it's a soundproof room. If you want to come in and take a look at it, the glass was actually found here, but as you can see, there's no light fixtures or anything like that that would have caused any glass to fall. But it has an old sound booth. You can't lock yourself in or anything like this. You don't see them like this much anymore, but they would test your hearing and things like that. So we're not sure if there's any stories in this room that we need to know about, but this is where he heard the glass shatter. Also had an experience on the 2nd floor, which it was down this way. Usually after groups leave, I'll come and do like just a clearing of a building till everybody's out safely and make sure nobody's kind of hiding or anything like that. So I was up here checking all the rooms just like I normally do, and on this end of the hallway, I got to this room down here, and as I was passing it, heard a male's voice go, "Hey!" And I don't scare easily, but it startled me because he was so clear. It sounded like he was right beside of me. I couldn't find him.
Personal was born here, and this building represents, or this hospital represents, like so many things in the community, like a high school. Community hospitals are fundamentally all about a community, life and death and the story. Sometimes all the tragedies, and it also has the wonderful things of all the lives born here, which signals that life should go on. But it's historical too, and we're delving into that as we speak. We've had coal mining activity has gone on here for 100+ years. The hospital's been here. This hospital has been the place of care for those people, because mining was always dangerous, still dangerous, but even more as you go further back in time. So it was a regional influence. It was a place where some of our best and brightest were trained and raised to be care providers. You can't say enough about what a hospital is for a community. It's the glue, I think, together.
But this here, and you see that it's water, just the way that it was.
It's really heavy down here. Oh, it's heavy.
It's a different vibe. Every floor to me brings a different vibe, but this one here, it's just a vibe that I can't even explain. After a while, this is the kitchen and cafeteria part for many years, and after that, it served as a temporary morgue. I get asked all the time if this hospital had a morgue. It really didn't have what I would call a real morgue, but they were the bodies here temporarily. And then out this door here, the nurses would come and get them and take them down on a path to the nurses' college and to restore them into the funeral home and come and pick them up. So it was kind of a temporary morgue. There's a lot of activity down here. Some of the groups that we've led down here, believe it or not, a lot of them picked up kids' voices. We had one group that came back here, and there was a group, we were turning around to come back. I was at the front, and I had a friend that was in the back, and one of the women said, "Stop, I hear a kid," and we stopped, and she come back up to the front, and she said the kid asked her if she wanted to play. Totally freaked her out. She didn't have it on video thing, but she just heard it. So it's not common to hear kids' voices to this area. You'll hear like unexplained noises as far as feet walking, thumps, doors shutting. Like I said, back here was the room that we had the most trouble with, and it was the X-ray room.
I'm getting that audio thing again. I don't know if it's... No, it's not that. I don't know what it is. This is so weird. We have not had as many audio issues as we hear since we came here.
Peculiar, yeah.
Like it just, like the audio's cutting in and out is what it sounds
like. They don't want me to talk.
Yeah.
Have you ever believed that you've been, during the course of walking, this hospital followed?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when I'm here alone. Like, I'm up here by myself, and I'm not alone. So.
Could be part of it.
It could be. One of the other stories that we had, one of our volunteers, she played a nurse basically in the tours, and all she was dressed up as a nurse. She never talked, she never touched anybody, she just walked from room to room. And we had done this for 6 days, I think, but on the 7th day, it was walking from one room, and she was coming out here, and then all of a sudden she saw a black hole in the wall, and a man's face appeared and took her out, and she would not come back again. She left. At that night, we had so many staff leave in tears. They claimed that different smells, they smelled like ammonia smells, and just, they were scared, and they did come back, and we've not seen them since. The basement, like I said, for some reason just has this vibe about it that I can't really explain. I'm not really sure.
Well, Tanya, thank you so much for getting us through the hospital and getting us a quick history and the hauntings. Looks like we got our work cut out for us tonight. Are you guys ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, we're getting ready to leave for abandonment here, and we're getting ready to set up this camera and then leave the building. We have cameras on the 2nd floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor as well. We have the trigger REM pod set up here on this IV stand. The trigger is good to try and see if we can get interaction with objects that the spirits of the locations might be familiar with. So we have this set up, making contact with this IV stand over here. And if you watch, all it takes is to get close to the IV stand. The IV stand is now the antenna for this REM pod. So it works pretty well. And we have it set up side like that, so the camera, when it's set up right over here, it can see the lights really well. So we're really excited about this one, and we're hoping that we get some activity here at the haunted hospital on College Hill. Let's keep going. Ending. Jason just heard something up here on the floor while we were up in.
Just swore.
have swore you guys were out here.
No, we went down the first floor so Dave could use the restroom.
Abandonment, and I came up here to get the audio and the cat balls here. And I was here moving back in here. It sounded like it was back where our cameras are. And I said, Dave, Ryan, and I stood here, didn't hear anything. I'm like, I'm going to wait because I knew y'all wouldn't like, jump out or anything. But I was like, I knew I heard something back here, and I thought I have a feeling it's you all, and I didn't want to come around the corner and they'll be like right there.
He said he was outside.
Yeah, we were both outside.
I was standing right here, and I distinctly heard movement back here. And I could have sworn it was you all because it came from this direction where gear is.
Well, they already got the camera from up here, did you?
Yes.
This has already been tore down up here.
Yeah, I already got the camera from up here.
I mean, it was just like someone, it sounded like you all were picking stuff up and moving stuff around in here.
That's so weird because when we got back from abandonment, I walked in and I thought that it just felt kind of charged in here a little bit.
And on this floor?
Yeah, when I went to break down the stuff from up here. Is there a patient up with us? Just heard movement back here.
It was strange though.
Was your audio still rolling, Jason, when you did?
I wasn't rolling at all because I was retrieving the audio and ending the sessions.
I heard that last little bit because I was back in our gear area trying to mess with subwater. I can't remember what I was doing. And then he said,
Yeah,
I heard you ask.
Wait, what was that? I just heard him.
Mess with stuff or whatever. I can't remember. And then he said,
Yeah,
I heard you
Wait, what was that? I just heard him sound moaning. If there's anyone here with us and you can hear our voices, we're just here to talk to you. We'd love it if you would come out and speak to us. Have a little conversation. Did you hear that? Yeah. Sound like a man's voice. What's that? Did you hear that? Jason heard you making some noises up here. We set out a couple of items down there with bright lights on them that you can use those to let us know you're here. Whoa. Yeah, right. It felt like a thing of cold air go right down me here. Yeah, there's not any broken windows.
if it were drafty through here, we would see a lot of dust and pollen floating through the air.
Yeah.
Moving something around. Do you finding something?
Oh, just felt it again. Cat ball. Look.
Right on the window.
Got it. Dude, I felt something rush right by me. Look at my arms. That's crazy.
Right that inmate.
Yeah. It did, yeah. Oh my god, you got goosebumps like crazy.
I can feel it now. Getting chills.
Yeah,
you charged right now.
You felt it rush right by you, and then that cat ball in the window down there.
Yeah.
Is the window that he jumped from?
Yes. Yeah, this is pediatric. That's the
where
third.
he jumped.
He left, then Mo takes off running and jumps out the window to try to escape.
What if that was a residual of him running and jumping out the window?
It is right now.
It is.
Did you see that flashing when you the window? Can you make it flash again?
We felt you go right here. We could feel your energy. That was super strange. That was weird.
It was really cool.
Yeah, that was very, very, very strange.
Thank goodness that you missed that one in the windowsill.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you put that one in the windowsill, or else I would have picked up two whenever I was picking up Bane and stuff, and it just so happened that, that's why I haven't been filming down this way, because I didn't even realize that was there. That rush of cold air went right by you, and then as soon as that rush of cold air went by you, that cat ball. Yeah. Within maybe like 5 seconds, that cat ball, like enough time that if someone was running at full speed, make that window. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Just fell again. Cat, look.
Right on the window. Now here's what I heard. And this is a stretch. Sorry. I was hearing the noises down here. I just swore. There's a hallway right there. If they wanted to get by us without coming down that hallway, he or she would have came through here, went right by you when you felt it, and it was right down there.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Because we kind of had them cornered over here. They're back in here where I heard them.
Yeah. Maybe that's what the charge energy was. It was just getting ready to make it.
By you.
I don't know. Move. That was very strange. I don't have much battery life left on this 8 minutes.
If you had a 4 on mine, if you want to run and get a different one. Bad word.
You want to film on this for a second? If I run and get a new battery. Hello?
Alright, I'm going back up.
Okay. Battery. Anything in it? Nope. You want to wait for that one to die? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm shortening your name there. But if you're up here with us, we would love it if you would come and talk to us. What was it that made you jump out that window? Can you tell us? Did you do something bad? I'll be here all night with you. And later on, we're going to bring more stuff up that's going to make it easier for us to talk to you. But if you could you just walk down this hallway for us? We're not trying to lock you in. We will let you go by. But if you walk down this hallway, it'll let us know that you're with us. But if you could you walk down this hallway for us? We're not trying to block you in. We will let you go by.
Do you have to relive this life running and jumping out the window? Or do you do it whenever you want to? Are you forced to?
Some people earlier this evening that was looking in here, walking through, said they seen you. We'd love to see you walk across the hall there for us, if you could, and for us.
There's someone here on this floor that would like to come and speak with us. You guys want to grab the SLS? Get some of the other equipment ready and then...
Yeah.
This was kind of in a flurry whenever it was
sounds. So we can break out the arsenal and see what we can get here.
Let's do it.
You're getting ready to head down into the basement here. This is an area where people have a lot of experiences, and even earlier on the walk there, Jason felt a really strong energy down here.
Just the way that it was.
It's really heavy down here. Wow, it's heavy.
It's a different vibe. You know, every floor to me brings a different vibe.
So I'm gonna run the SLS, and we're gonna see what we can capture down here.
Yes, we are.
Let's turn that hallway up.
What was that?
I heard that.
What'd you hear?
Like a voice. What was that? What was that?
I heard that.
What'd you hear?
Is there anybody down here? Patients down here?
If you need nerves, can you call out?
Whoa. That's what I heard. Towards you guys?
Yeah, it's right in this room that I'm standing in front of with the incubator. It's right here.
Hello there. My name is Jason. This is Ryan, Dave, Steve. We're here for a little visit. Could you tell us your name?
Tap down here. Is there? If you want to, you can come on down here and maybe chit chat with us for a little bit. Say. I'll even get out of the way for you.
Wait, did someone just move?
I did. This way.
I just heard movement. It sounded like upstairs.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Was not. I'll even get out of the way for you.
Wait, did someone just move?
I'll even get out of the way for you.
Wait, did someone just move?
I know that.
Something just flashed.
Run on this. I just want to make sure that something happens. We can the angle to get it, you know. Can you go stand in the middle of the hallway down there?
Cold breeze right inside.
Yeah, I can feel it over here.
Please come as close as you like. We mean no harm. We come here in respect. Do you want to go down, maybe try the X-ray rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
You want to grab the SLS, Dave?
Yeah.
Is there a man here with us? You okay?
I thought I seen a flash of light behind there. It may have been me.
Huh.
You alright?
Someone just touched the back of my neck.
Really?
Yeah.
I was filming you. There's nothing there. Nothing changed.
Here's my finger.
Felt like something tickled back of my neck.
Someone touching Dave?
What was that?
What'd you hear?
Sounded like a yell or something. What was that?
What'd you hear? Move to the other X-ray room?
Yeah. We're having a hard time finding you in here. It's very dark. If you don't want to speak with us, you gotta let us know somehow.
Is there someone standing in that door over there?
Are there any patients here ready for their X-rays? What?
I heard that.
What was that?
What's that?
You didn't hear
What?
that loud sound?
No.
I don't know where it came from. What?
This EDI's been in my pocket. It's got a rubber, like, coat on, right? I felt something tapping, doing like this. Like something pushed on this way. And I was right here. Oh, shoot. I was right here filming Dave.
Whoa. This is mapping something standing beside Steve.
Really?
To my left wall.
I can't really tell.
No, to your right.
This way.
Wherever your hand is pointing right now.
That's exactly
That's
the
where it
size.
was.
That was exactly
Something still.
Trying to touch my hand.
Oh. It's trying. Oh, it just disappeared.
Oh.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. I was like, just like this. Shooting Dave. I want to move my camera this way because he's the S on me.
Mhm.
And right here is the corner of the EDI right here.
Yeah, I can see it.
There's like someone. They just tapped it a few times.
Literally, and then you turned around and said something. Dave panned the SLS your way, and there was something standing beside you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay, I'm gonna sit right here on the floor. I'll go over here.
Hearing anything weird in here, Jason?
Pretty quiet.
If you touch that device, it might light some lights up there.
Nothing before or since that.
That's weird. Yeah, 'cause I didn't get a single figure either the whole time. It didn't map anything.
Come on, I just saw you just a few minutes ago standing right beside Steve. Can you show yourself right where you were at again?
Nothing.
That's strange.
I was hoping something would happen with that EDI too.
Yeah. That's still pretty cool, though, the two correlating things. You feel something tap on it when it's in your pocket, and then all of a sudden something's standing there on the SLS.
Yeah.
Sometimes the SLS will map things like furniture door jams, things like that, but this is a flat wall.
Yeah,
There's no reason why it should be mapping anything right here.
Plain white.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was.
Okay, so Steve and we're gonna head down into the basement. We're splitting.
Steve and I are actually going to head down to the morgue here now. Jason and Dave are on the 4th floor.
And we're going to do a chaperone experiment. I know everybody loves that. Or hates it. But we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to set that up and then walk to the opposite end. That way, you're not being deafened by the shepherds.
And we're gonna set Steve up and have him do an Estes method session.
Sounds like fun.
Let's do it. Ready?
Sure enough, let's do it.
Alright, so Steve is running the Estes here in the morgue. We have him set up in the back of the room here.
Full sound.
I'm going to be asking questions, and Steve is hopefully going to receive the answers. Who's the woman? Are you here with us? What's your name? Steve's going to be in this back corner. The more he has a camera on him, you are going to be able to hear the voices that are coming through the spirit box because we're recording them as they're coming into Steve's. But I'm not going to be able to hear the voices coming through here at this moment. I'm just going to ask the questions. Steve is blindfolded, so his sense of sight is going to be impaired to help him better focus on voices coming through. So hopefully we can capture something.
Alright, so Jason and I are going to do a little bit of an experiment here. We're going to be setting up shepherd zones with the EI meter in itself. We're going to go to a completely different wing of the hospital here. I'll leave this in here by itself. That way the spirits can kind of have space and time to acclimate towards sound and hopefully be able to get a little bit better with us. So we're going to head out.
Sure enough.
This is our first time in Williamson. We've never been to Williamson before. It's Steve and I down here in the morgue. Why are you here at the hospital on College Hill? Is the deadline one? Yes. Whoa, what was that?
Can someone help us find Zuri?
Not sure what that was.
Is there a man with us here now?
Partial mail was rewarded.
What are you doing here in this old hospital? Why are you here?
Or anywhere. Other.
Is it because you can't go anywhere? Are you stuck here? Oh. Are you stuck here in this hospital?
I couldn't make that out. It was a mail voice.
Maybe we could help you. We may be able to help you find a way out.
I've been hearing sounds up above us. And Jason and Dave are all the way on the 4th floor, which is 3 floors in between us. So should not be able to hear them at all. Steve is still right back here. We've been picking up on a few voice is nothing really that intelligent yet. The one that I think may have been intelligent, but we'll have to listen back to that on review.
I would argue.
Something argue. Male voice.
We're not here to argue. There's a box right over here on the floor. Can you go? Can you touch it?
What's your doctor's name? A lot of people believe they see and hear you here in the hospital. If you're still here, if you're okay, can you give us a sign?
Can make that up. Male voice.
Who is the man that's here talking with us now? How'd you end up here in this hospital?
Male voice. I've heard it before. I couldn't make it.
Who is it that's talking to Steve right now?
Every day. Female voice.
You're here every day? I just heard steps back here behind me. Sound like someone was walking up behind me.
Female voice. Couldn't make it out.
Walking up behind me right now. How many of you are here? There's multiple voices coming through. How many of you are there?
Yeah, I think it was male voice.
How many of you are there right now?
Hello, can anyone hear us? Hello, can anyone hear us? You can hear us. Dave and I would love to get to meet you. Can you tell us your name, please? What happened to you? Why are you here in the hospital in Williams? If you would like to say anything, or if you have a message for someone, I have a little recorder in my right hand. If you speak as loud and clearly as you can into this recorder, we should be able to hear your message.
Touch both of us if you'd like. If that's the way you need to get your message across.
Well, I don't know what that was. Voice.
Do you hear the audio that Jason and Dave are playing right now? Can you hear that?
There's a male voice right there.
Do you like that people are starting to come visit you? Do you want to be left alone?
Could you make your way down here by us and make a sound? Some sort of anomaly just went down the hall.
Who's here with us? We would love to see or hear from you.
What did you see when you died? You be willing? Everyone always says you see a bright light. I thought I just heard something right here beside me. Sound like a voice. Everyone always says you see a bright light. I thought I just something right here beside me. Sound like a voice.
Insert.
I'm not sure this said insert or June 3rd or something like.
Is there anything you want to say before we leave and end this session here?
There's something there though. Something going.
I want to thank anyone who talked to us.
So long.
So
that was a different meal, wasn't it, Bird?
So long to you, my friend. So long to you. We're not leaving. You're more welcome to come talk to us. It's kind of interesting.
Whoever's here with us, we're just setting a few things up that might help us hear or see you better. We hope that's okay. We may come with the utmost respect and compassion for you. My name's Steve.
This is Ryan.
I'm Jason.
And that's Dave down there at the end of the hall. Did that say Ryan?
Are you able to remember where you're from?
What did that say?
It clearly said Beckley.
Beckley?
Yeah, thank you.
Beckley is...
Yeah, that was crystal clear.
Not too far from here.
We're all from West Virginia, too.
Whoever's from Beckley, from Fayetteville.
Why were you here? There's something there. What's Jason and Dave doing out in the hallway? There's something there. Again, I couldn't hear you.
Just a note, Jason is setting up the SLS camera.
So we have a person from Beckley. Can anyone else tell us where you're from? City or state? Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That was...
Were you in Iraq? Do you want me to... You want the other camera? Oh, sorry.
I forgot what's up there.
I do. Let's say go away.
Something. Did you say, do you want us to leave? Yes or no? I got a ringing in my left ear. Yeah. We need a really loud yes or no. Do you want us to leave? Leave if you want us to. Give you your space if you want it. No?
It kind of sounded like it said see ya. Did it? Are we getting on your nerves? Do you want us to leave?
What? Is there something hanging down right here? Something just brushed up against my face. I don't see anything. That was weird. I felt it hit me like right through my eyebrow.
Did someone just touch our friend Ryan?
Come on out and say hello or goodbye. Are you aware that you've passed on? You've passed away.
What's that? The roll.
Yeah, you've passed away. You're no longer living with us. Do you know that?
If someone is at that hallway down there, if you'd like to get your picture taken, we have a camera right here on the door. All it was just stand right there in that doorway. We'll take a picture for you.
Well, I tell you guys, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. It's coming up on getting close to the end of our shift here. Is there any information that perhaps you'd like to share with us before we go?
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So it's been a long day here at the haunted hospital on College Hill. This was a fun investigation. This is a really cool hospital and a really cool location.
Oh, just felt a cat ball. Look. Right on the window. Whoa. This is mapping something standing beside sea.
Room to my left. I want to thank anyone who talked to us.
So long.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you are already subscribed, make sure that your bell notifications are turned to all, because we want you to know whenever we upload a new video, and we want you to get those notifications. So, and we're gonna pack up here and hit the road.
Yes. Come out in this place.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Well, best thing to do if you folks want to come here and see for yourself, go to our website. We're on all social media platforms. I hope you'll share this video with folks, and we're offering a variety of things from the paranormal tours, flashlight tours, even hosting weddings and so forth. It's a lot of wonderful activities are coming to this place, and I invite you both as a mayor and someone involved in this to come here and enjoy this hospital and everything it has to offer.
Now, they think over the years that this building was open that you have tens of thousands of deaths inside this building.
Well. Yeah, you remember there was a story of a nurse who had worked here. She had, sad story, long story short, she ended up taking her life by hanging herself through this pipe.
You're right.
Something just brushed right up the back of my leg.
What the heck
was that?
What the heck is down there?
Wait.
haunted. The word has become synonymous with one building, Waverly Hills Sanatorium. Tucked away on a hill in Louisville, Kentucky, this massive building was constructed to combat the most deadly disease of the 20th century. When Waverly Hills came to existence, tuberculosis had killed 1 in 7 of all people that had ever lived. So this sprawling sanatorium was built for one task: find a cure. Many successful and experimental treatments were performed here at Waverly Hills, and while doctors struggled to cure this disease, the death toll became astronomical. It is said that the ghostly evidence of thousands of human beings who died here inside Waverly Hills Sanatorium can still be experienced to this day. So tonight, we will spend the night inside America's most haunted sanatorium.
We are actually inside Waverly Hills Sanatorium. The sun went down just a little bit ago. Just got inside of this amazing historic building. This is thought to be one of the most haunted buildings in the world. Now, it opened in 1910 to be used as a tuberculosis hospital at the tuberculosis epidemic, which at that time, tuberculosis was one of the most deadly diseases in the world. And not much was known about it. A lot of experimental treatments here inside this building, a lot of ways that they thought they could cure tuberculosis. They even would cut into their lungs. They would remove ribs, room for people's lungs, because they didn't know how to cure it. The building itself has huge open windows on the upper floors because they thought sunlight and fresh air helped cure tuberculosis. The architecture itself is very telling of how they understood this disease at that time. But it was actually closed down as a tuberculosis hospital in 1961, and then from there it was converted into a geriatrics hospital where it was used until 1982 when it finally closed for good. Now, they think over the years that this building was open that you have thousands of deaths. And they had so many people dying at the height of the tuberculosis epidemic, they had to use a special tunnel. It's called the death chute, or the death tunnel. They used to take the bodies underground and out Waverly Hills so that the current patient could not see how many people were dying. We're excited to be here tonight, and we're going to walk through and show people some of the areas here, because it's been a decade since we set foot inside Waverly Hills. Before we started Paranormal Quest in June of 2010, we investigated here. We all had some interesting experiences, and we caught some interesting evidence that we'll talk to you about. So, but the coolest thing, where we're going to start, is right over here to my left. This is the morgue. When people were dying, of course, they would have come in here into the basement. Right in here is some of the original morgue coolers, gurneys, and things that were used whenever Waverly Hills was in operation. So you talk about the tens of thousands that died in this building. One of those stops they made on the way out of Waverly Hills was here at this morgue. So this is definitely going to be a very, very active spot, hopefully tonight. So we're coming into actually the first part that was used as an hospital during the tuberculosis era, and this would have been some of the day rooms that they would have used on the second floor here. Just a lot of long, sprawling hallways. This building and shadow figure activity is something that they actually talk about inside Waverly Hills. So this is what the patient rooms would have looked like. And they all have double doors here, and you can see they lead out into a solarium, which would have been where they'd get fresh air and sunlight, and the solarium itself is completely open. They had screens in the windows at the time, I believe, because when you look at old pictures of Waverly Hills, you see screens in these windows, but still open air, sunlight. That's what they thought cured tuberculosis, but really what they were doing was spreading the disease further through the building because it's an airborne bacterial infection of the lungs. So that was actually working against the hospital, right? And it just caused more people to die. I mean, it's just massive sprawling hallways, up, down,
rooms. The solarium. It's 180,000 square feet, so we're probably going to get lost tonight, but let's go up and see if we can find stairs and see if we can see some of the upper floors. So we're on the 3rd floor now, and this is again just more patient rooms, another solarium out on the other side of these rooms here. Like I said, this was filled with hundreds and hundreds of patients that were all infected with tuberculosis. But while we're here in the middle of the building, kind of sandwiched in between the 5 floors that make up Waverly Hills, we wanted to take the opportunity to introduce someone who is going to be investigating with us tonight. And that is Leanne. Leanne has been following the channel for a while now. She's become not only a supporter of Paranormal Quest, but also a dear friend. And she said she wanted to come to Waverly Hills, and she's here, she's with us. So we're going to be investigating this place tonight, and Leanne's going to get to experience everything that Waverly Hills has to offer. So, are you ready?
I am.
All right.
Excited.
I am.
Okay.
So one thing you have to remember with Waverly Hills is in this open air hospital, this solarium out here, the air blowing in, spreading bacterial infection. It wasn't just the patients.
What the heck
was that?
Wow. What the heck? That was down here.
Wait, shh. That's the patients.
Wow. That's a car.
That's a car. That was not. That was.
No, what we were before was.
That was a woman singing.
Yeah, because there was an echo.
That was a.
That was
singing.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, we all.
Yeah, I really heard it before back here. But
That
it was
might
very,
have-
very faint.
That's so weird. That's so weird. Where, whichever direction that came from, we captured it for sure. That was creepy. But like I was saying, it wasn't just the patients that were at risk of infection because of the architecture of the building. It blew the bacterial infection, tuberculosis, all through the structure. So it was the nurses, the doctors, the orderlies, even the administration. They would become infected with the disease that they were trying to treat, and then they would end up dying here at Waverly Hills.
Someone's not really good.
Do what?
There's actually a hand sanitizer. That room.
Black opium. You're good.
Sorry, it's just a string.
It's just black art.
We're now on the 4th floor, and actually, now that I think about it, Steve, isn't this the floor that you caught that picture?
Yeah, the way 10 years ago.
Here, let me see that camera.
Yeah, we were actually coming from the opposite side of the hallway that we're on now, so we would be walking towards where we're at right now at this point. Basically, I would take walk a few steps, then I was able to take another picture with the camera, and I pretty much did that the entire night because that's really all I had with. Once I had gotten home it had been about a week later after the investigation and whatnot, I went through all my pictures. There were cool dust stuff flying everywhere and whatnot. However, one particular picture, there was this little image, one window, and I was starting thinking back what Miss Magley said. All the glass windows were taken out of the panes here throughout the hallway, so no one would break them and whatnot. I had seen was actually suspended in that space area of the window.
You said you think it looks like a nurse.
Yeah.
You said you look like a nurse looking through the window.
Absolutely. The more I zoomed in, the more I looked at it, I personally, in my opinion, could definitely see the chin, the cheek, the outline of the mouth, like the lips, the eyes, and hair came down in bangs, come down just under the forehead area. So it was really, I thought, really interesting. So again, my opinion, I thought it was a pretty interesting picture. So
yeah.
fifth floor, man, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember.
It's been so long. Was it right over there at 502 that you and Josie, back when we were out in the paranormal, you had some pretty cool experiences over there?
Well, actually, let's head over here closer to the room because, yeah, you remember there was a story of a nurse who had worked here. She had, sad story, long story short, she ended up taking her life by hanging herself through this pipe. Well, Josie, like you mentioned, we were in here doing an audio session. Josie's in the back room where the stalls, bathrooms, and I was in this front room. Totally quiet for probably 15, 20 minutes, and all of a sudden, as we're asking questions, we began to hear footsteps, very, very distinct footsteps. It's coming up the same way we just did through this area. I believe it was nurses closer. We're dead, we're hearing it, and we're just kind of, listening to see what happens. All of a sudden, she said, "Can you hear that?" I said, "Yes." And so, next thing we know, we're still quiet. We ask some question, we're acknowledging, "Wow, can you hear that?" "Yeah, I'm hearing it." "What is it?" "I don't know." Next thing we know, it sounds like something best I can describe as being drug. Heavy movement, like some sliding across the floor in this area or out on the street. And she's like, "Is that you?" I said, "No." She said, "What is that?" I mean, it was so loud, and present that it was almost like we were just smiling in disbelief. We're like, this, like, what in the world, And that was right in there. Footsteps, the movement. We would hear the movement probably at 2 separate occasions. And this was right in this. Something seemed to acknowledge us, our presence. It knew we were here. It could hear us reacting to her, and didn't seem to be bothered by us being in here.
And let's not forget that there was children up here on this.
Right, yeah. Right.
The children were out here in this area.
Exactly, yeah. There's, I believe, still maybe to this day, a couple balls and some toys in there for the kids.
Yeah.
All right, so we're on the first level, on the first floor of Waverly Hills. Jason and I are going to be heading down on one side of the first floor. We're going to be going to the final exit that these people made on the way out of Waverly Hills. When they passed away, they were taken down a long tunnel called the Body Chute, and we're going to be starting an investigation there. And Leanne, Steve, and Dave are going to be heading over to the morgue and some of the other rooms on this first level. So we're going to be on the opposite end of the building. We're not going to hear each other because remember, this building is massive and it is 5 floors. Let's do this.
This is Dave, Steve, and Leanne, Waverly Hills. We are currently in the morgue.
We're just wanting to let you know we're just visiting. We come with the utmost respect and love and care for you. And my name's Steve. It's Dave, Leanne. We do have permission to be here from Tina, but we'd also like to know if it's okay with here.
Whoa. Did you hear that?
Yeah. I'd like to know if it's okay with you all here.
Whoa.
Is that Dave and Jason?
I'm Dave.
Right.
Is it Ryan and Jason?
No, they went down to the death chute.
That's outside.
Hello?
If it's okay with you, if we could have your blessing to be here, could you maybe touch the device there with the red light? Say no. Over this area right here, or over by Dave there. On the table, there's another device that you in there that might be able to pick up evidence of your presence. Would you do that, please?
My name is Jason. This is my friend Ryan. We're just here to meet with you. Can you speak to us?
Yeah, I heard too. Yeah, I heard too.
Something's. I feel like a sharp burning on my shin. I don't know if something's biting me or what.
Oh my gosh.
I'll check that later. You're more than welcome to come in here and sit with us.
You can see this is security, right? We'll move to the room.
Okay.
This is me. Is there anyone attached to the cards? Can you activate the, just touch the device here with the red light? Just like this, if I touch it, it doesn't hurt me, it won't hurt you. You close it like this, see if you can do that? It's just going to let us know that you're here, that's all it's going to do.
Can you tell us your name?
What was that?
That creepy. Can you tell us your name?
What was that?
That creepy.
Did you let back here?
I couldn't tell. It sounded real.
Yeah.
We may become with the utmost respect, love, and care for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
We fully understand that you don't know us whatsoever. You know, we're here. Leanne's here for the first time. You know, it's been 10 years for Dagon. Like I said upstairs, we would like for you to consider us at some point friends. Happy with the work that's being done to the happy with what Mrs. Mattingly is doing. There's a car outside.
What? There's movement back here. Yeah. Are you bringing?
If you're here with us, what do you see in this tunnel?
I'm not really feeling anything.
I'm not either.
Green. There's always the whole, you know, I'm feeling the weird vibe of being in a morgue. Judging for a lot of these folks, other than the people who were working here, most of them obviously were gone before they got here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You should maybe try something else, or
Yeah, we can. Let's give it like 3 or 4 minutes of just complete quiet. See what happens.
something like Uber knocked or something.
I think it might have been man.
How far away from the table?
I don't know.
You guys heard it?
I did. I thought maybe Leanne was moving her. That's weird.
Are there any TB patients here tonight? If you are here, could you say as loud as you can? If you can hear this, can you make this kind of noise?
Ready?
Are there any patients here that would like to make communication at this time? If so, please feel free to let us know your name and your first name for starters. And really appreciate that.
We think we heard you just a few minutes ago. Still with us?
If you passed away in the hospital up the hill, this is the way they took your body out of here. Is that why you try and escape through this tunnel?
There's a little bit of breeze coming at the bottom. And the door sealed shut, plastic over it.
What was that?
What did you hear?
It was a voice, like a crying from back here.
And the door sealed shut, and it's got plastic over it.
What was that?
Are you feeling that breeze? It's still coming.
No, I don't feel any breeze.
It's real light. It's on my left side.
Standing to the left, Jason.
What's that? What is it? That wasn't you guys? No. It sounded like whistling. What was that?
We're fully aware that you get a lot of people here that try to make communication with you and conversation with you. And that's what we're trying to do. And I don't know how people can pass, but we'd like for you to trust us and know, again, that we have the utmost respect, love, and care for you.
Right as soon as you
Did you hear? Did you hear that?
Yes. Right as soon as you first.
Did you hear that?
Yes. What? What happened?
It looked like I just now seen something right here. Do you see? I know you. I swear to God, it almost seemed like a light. There's something a little bit lighter than this darkness. And it looked like it was on the ramp. You okay?
I feel like someone just touched me right here on the back.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like right on the hip. Are you moving up the tunnel?
Perfectly fine. You don't want to make communication you do not have to make. We know that, and we appreciate that, and we respect that. But again, if there's anyone of you who would like to make communication with us tonight, feel free to. We have devices here. There's one down on the floor, there's a green light on it, with a bluish light on it, one right here with the eye. Those are there for you to make communication with us. So let's try it this way. If there is...
Hold on a second.
What was that? I heard that.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
It sounded like little kids talking.
I heard it help make up what else. It's a high pitch, like high. Yeah. Let's try it this way. If there is...
A second.
So, let's try it this way. If there is...
Hold on a second.
Let's try it this way. If there is...
Hold on a second.
You can see that it is sealed. The end of the tunnel is sealed in plastic and the door is shut. There's a door. And it is sealed plastic. The tunnel is, I mean, it's very surreal. It's like you can be all the way down at the end off of the hill where you can be up by the hospital, but this almost like a passageway back and forth. Like the lost souls who die here still use this tunnel to travel over Waverly Hills. It is very creepy.
That was so... It sounded like it was my right, which is why right over there is the courtyard, so I wanted to look and see if anyone was out there, but there's not. Alright. We're not upset that we're hearing you, we just are trying to figure out where you're coming from. So move a little bit closer towards us. Like Steve was saying, we have the different lights set up. You can go up to any one of them and communicate with us. Did you do that for us?
If you touch one of my arms, one of Dave's arms, or you can tap the camera. We actually have. Folks we visited have to go up and tap our.
I don't know what that is. Come on, come closer to us here.
Jason is doing listening to the PSV-11 spirit ball. You will not be able to hear my questions. Just to check, make sure you can hear me. Jason, can you hear me? Jason, can you hear me? So any voices that come through are completely impartial. Also work, so you won't be able to hear that. Is there anyone wants to talk to us? My name is Ryan, and that's Jason. We'd love it if you would come forward and tell us your name.
Let's try something real quick. Let's find a way to set this camera up. Solve.
Alright guys, so we are going to leave the camera and the 360 here. We've got a digital voice recorder actually right behind me here. We're going to go upstairs and grab a few pieces of equipment that we left behind, and we will be back. There will be absolutely nobody in this world.
What do they use this chute for? Can you tell us why they needed this? What was that? Are you still there?
Yes, be allowed. Yes, be allowed.
What did it do?
Something's messing with it. I never heard this before. It sounds muffled now.
Huh? Are you messing with the equipment? You're still recording it, right? Are you taking the energy from that device that Jason has? You want to move somewhere else?
Yeah, you think so?
You know what I'm going to cover?
More, man. Best of luck.
Hello, my name is Jason.
Session, EVP session. Brian, Dave, Steve, Leanne, 4th floor, Beverly Hills. Hello?
Is anyone here with us right now? Are you happy here?
I just saw something from out on the
This room?
out on the solarium. Get that back and watch it and see. Oh wait, I just saw it again. I think it's something off in the distance. Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I see it now.
Did you work here or were you a patient? Can you tell me what this room was used for? If there's someone in this room with me, could you please give me a sign of your presence? Make a noise. Can you hear this sound? You knock like that.
Is anybody here with us? You can come and speak with us. You don't have to be afraid.
What was that? I just heard whistling.
Mm-hmm. Which way it come to?
Down here behind me.
I would love to be able to hear from you. Please this room and let me know that you're here with me. Please don't be by the lights and the camera. The items here in the room, they won't harm me.
How long here?
What was that?
Did you hear it? Yeah. Hello?
Sounds like there's someone in the stairs. We're really far away from the stairs.
Whoa, there we go.
Hello? Can you touch that for us?
How strong are you? Can you take that light up with more than one light?
You alright?
What's that? Something just brushed right up the back of my leg. Is there like a moth or anything in here?
I don't see any. I don't need a moth flying around in the building.
Did you? It was like, what was that? Is there anything there?
Hello?
How long have you been here?
long did you live here in the Waverly Hospital? How long did